Hey guys, it's Ryan here from Horror Hive, coming to give you 6 interesting facts about some of everybody's favorite horror movies. Now why 6, you ask?
6 is the sign of the devil.
Thank you for that. But anyway, what better place to start than The Shining? The director Stanley Kubrick bought the rights to The Shining with full intent of changing it. Some elements in the novel that were omitted from the movie were Jack's backstory of his troubled teaching career, as well as parts about a topiary garden that would come to life and cause trouble. There's also little mention of Jack's duty as caretaker to babysit a faulty boiler that could blow at any moment, a plot device that played a significant role in the book.
Well, remember, no safety valves, so don't forget.
It wouldn't do to forget something like that now, would it?
But one of the most iconic elements of the film, the Hedge Maze, was added by Kubrick himself. Speaking of the Hedge Maze, there were more tricks to that scene than you might expect, and they were all done in camera. The maze walls are actually about 8 feet tall, but with the help of a wide-angle lens, Kubrick was able to make them appear about 12 feet high. In the days before CGI, cinematographers like Garrett Brown had to get creative, and sometimes the simplest ideas were the most effective.
We used an extremely wide lens called a 9.8, and we're rigorous about keeping it level, because if I tilted that lens at all, it just looked totally unreal.
It's also worth mentioning that Garrett Brown invented a device used in this film called the Steadicam, a handheld camera that can be separated from the camera holder and their usual shaking and jerks, giving the movement a smoother, more supernatural look. When it came time to film the Here's Johnny scene, Jack Nicholson was to chop through an easily breakable Hollywood door. But it turned out that Jack was a volunteer firefighter before becoming an actor, so he naturally tore through it in seconds. To get the right performance out of Shelley Duvall, a portrayal of a wife that's isolated and alone, Kubrick would openly berate her on set.
No desperate. Oh, come on. What do you mean roll
2
video?
seconds.
We're fucking killing ourselves out here, and you're going to be ready.
I am too. I'm standing
So we
right
play
by
mood
the
music?
door. No, I can't
Yeah, but when you
hear.
came in like this, you said just.
We're sitting there because they say, wait a minute, and then you say on the radio,
But when you
go.
do it, you've got to look desperate, Shelley. You're just wasting everybody's time.
Kubrick would also tell the rest of the crew not to sympathize with her because, quote, it doesn't help her.
And the back got cut.
Hunks of hair.
Oh, look.
Okay.
As a result, Shelley was pushed to a point of sickness and exhaustion, an experience that she would later resent Kubrick for by subjecting her to it. Kubrick was a stickler for authenticity, so he sent people all across America to photograph hotel rooms. He then took those thousands of pictures and distilled them down into a few universal examples for the Overlook Hotel, so every room looked like it could be in a hotel right down your street.
Cozy. Yes, very cozy for a family.
The Shining is one of the most overanalyzed and scrutinized films of all time. Some people even believe that the entire movie is Kubrick's secret message that he helped the US government stage the moon landing in 1969. Supposedly after government officials saw the special effects utilized in 2001 A Space Odyssey, effects that still look incredible almost 50 years later. Just like Raquel Welch. Yet other moviegoers believe that the film is a metaphor for the relocation and genocide of the Native Americans by white settlers in the Old West. These theories and a whole lot of little fun facts are discussed in the movie Room 237.
And he's got, a magazine in his lap. And as he stands up to greet them, he throws it down. And if you look at it, in close up, it's a actual Playgirl magazine. A Playgirl magazine in the lobby of a hotel right in front of his boss, on his first day of work.
Can you think of any facts that we missed? Or do you have a horror movie that you'd like to know more about, but are too lazy to look up facts about it yourself online? Well, then just leave them in the comment section below.
You'll have to excuse me now because I'm going to take a piss. Thank you.